Make sure everything's working with my stream. I put my epic pen there. We go live. Control room. Okay. Quick sound test. Quick sound test. Yeah, lovely. Right. I'm going to be calling the client shortly. Welcome back to another coaching video, guys. Today we're going to be doing some more top lane coaching. Now I have been playing a game of Bloons with my friends. So I don't want to end their game, so I'm just letting it run in the background. So if you see any of that, that's the reason it's happening, because I don't want to end. I'm not sure what happens if I leave, whether it gets rid of all my towers or whether it gives them to someone else, but I don't want to end their run when they're on around 196. So yes, if you see that, yeah, that's the reason. Aside from that, let's jump into the call with the client.
Yo.
Hello, you okay?
Doing good. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, thank you. Right.
Great.
So, what champ are you wanting to play today?
Yeah, so that's the thing, right? I'm not gonna lie, I've just been kind of experimenting recently, which
Yeah.
I guess you could say is trolling, but
No, it's new season, so it's perfect time for it.
yeah, I've just been in ranked playing random stuff pretty much everywhere. But a while back, like I said before, when I hit plat before Emerald came out, my main was Volibear. I think I had like a 60-something% win rate on it.
Okay.
And I played like Udyr, Gragas, stuff like that. But at the moment right now, I really don't have. I wouldn't say like I don't really one trick anything. I just kind of play whatever in the moment seems good. Kind of just whatever in the game like I feel it seems good. Like obviously there's some characters that I'm not good at. Like for the majority, I don't really do too well on ADC type champions or like super hyper ranged auto champions, not too well, but mainly just like bruisers and stuff I could play pretty well.
Okay.
So
all right. In that case, let's if you queue up for a game and share your screen to me. Normally what I'll talk about while we're loading into the first game is like stuff about the champion you're going to be playing, so we can kind of go off of champions that you think you might play and talk about it like that.
okay. I mean, I could play Aurelia. That's what I've been playing recently.
Okay, if that's whatever you want to play. We'll look at.
Okay. Yeah, this is by far probably the worst season I've had in this game. I'm not gonna lie, but I did have a really long break. I probably before the split I barely played. I was like plat 2, I think.
Okay.
And like I barely played. I would just play like one ranked game every other day because I took a long break. It's really busy. So I would want to say a big part of why I'm having trouble right now is because I'm kind of washed. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm washed up. I'm gonna be honest. Like when I came back, I was literally at the point where I was having trouble like fucking moving my cursor around in like my camera.
I think
Which is crazy because I have so many hours on this game.
This season.
I think like maybe like 20 or 30.
Okay, yeah. I think by the time you've played about 50 is what I was gonna say. I think all the rust will probably have been shaken off, and you'll be fine. A lot of what we'll look at today is gonna be centered around making sure that you are making the right decisions and approaching the game in the correct way. Stuff like, if you click something wrong, or you fail a play mechanically, I think that's very obvious as what you did wrong, and most people are very good at like identifying that.
Yeah.
But more conceptual stuff like where should I be on the map, what should I be doing with this minion wave, when should I be taking my recalls, stuff like that. That's less intuitive and a bit more complex.
But yeah, I used to also be a jungle main too.
Okay.
So I kind of flip back and forth, but
Yeah.
I say the biggest problem I have in my games is like I'll play a game and I'll do decent in my lane. Like I won't carry or I won't be too far behind. Like I'll do decent. I'll have like 1 kill. The enemy laner be like 0-0-1. Like it'll be a decent lane, and everything's just falling apart on the map. And it's like I don't know how to hyper carry from that position. If that makes any sense. Like I don't know how to. I have a lot of games where my bot laner is 2 levels behind their bot laner, and me and my top laner are even, and I get a tower and we just lose. And it's like I don't know what to do in that situation, you know?
I'd say like maybe 15% of games, maybe 10, maybe 15. If you don't go 5-0 in lane, you just won't win because you're gonna like low roll teammates. The games are winnable, but you have to like really carry. Like you have to stomp your lane, move around, transfer your leader on the map. Okay.
I think Gragas or Gwen here since we have no AP.
Yeah. Whichever you prefer to play.
Probably Gwen because they have Ahri.
Okay.
And I'll miss all my bombs probably. I think it's Conqueror Presence.
I would go Alacrity on it.
Okay, Alacrity, and then probably Last Stand, and then like Bone Plating.
Probably second wind into Kale over Bone Plating. That
and then like
Overgrowth always.
Overgrowth, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. The second wind Bone Plating you just take depending on your matchup. So if it was Volibear, for example, he's a champion where Bone Plating's really useless because his passive will just get rid of it, and then when he goes to trade. But it's Kale. Again, Kale, she'll just poke the Bone Plating off you.
Yeah.
Okay. So during this game, I want to figure out. I want to watch you. I want to listen to you, and I just want to figure out where you're at in terms of your understanding of like how to firstly play out the lane phase, and then secondly where you should be on the map. So at the start of the lane, what's your plan going to be for approaching this lane phase? Do you have a plan as to how you want to play your waves? Do you have a plan on how you want to trade and so forth?
Probably be aggro level 1 because it's a Kale and I'm playing. Well, I mean, Gwen's not really an early game character either, but
yeah,
I probably win the level 1 all out. It doesn't. I mean, it does press the attack though. I don't know. I think it'd be close, but I mean, Kale doesn't really do much level 1, so I probably could maybe try to look for a little cheese here.
Okay, I like looking for a cheese. Who do you think would get push in this matchup?
Probably me.
Yes.
Because they have that range advantage. So I just get poked out. But once I hit level 2, I can poke pretty good EQ.
Yeah, I think you should be able to push the wave. I don't think she can like walk into melee range of you to contest it. And
yeah,
do you know? I guess we'll look in review. Go over some more complex stuff because I want to let you play the game. I don't want to be talking at you too much.
Okay. I guess I'm losing this shred.
Yeah, it looks like.
That's kind of crazy.
I guess she's just a lot stronger level 1, I guess.
I thought I was going to win that.
Honestly, I didn't know who won.
That's kind of crazy. Gwen sucks for the game. Damn.
What summon is she running? Is she running TP? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. That's crazy though.
What do you think your goal is here? Like, this is recoverable, honestly.
I mean, she's half HP, I don't know. I just try to thin out the wave a little bit. I mean, it's pushing into her now, so I kind of need to push it out, but like, it's just gonna push to me. Yeah, it's my first game of OS. I'm probably gonna be missing all SES and everything today.
Fine. Oh, shame.
Just dead.
Yeah,
Probably
needed to
should just
flash
flash, but
earlier.
I feel
Yeah,
like
but that's fine.
yeah.
It's a really weird gank from him.
Yeah, the wave's gonna push into me, so I'm not too worried about it. I should get most of CS, I think. I mean, if I miss this wave, I just lose the game instantly, so I hope
Yeah,
this guy
you
doesn't
just
think
go
I'm
for
gonna
the
help
wave.
him here. No, the cannon. I'm just gonna set up a freeze here with 4 minions.
Okay. That's gonna slow push it rather than freeze. But it's still good
Oh, it is?
what you're doing. Yeah. I'll talk you through that later. But you can see here the wave's built on your side of the lane, and now you have more minions, so it's gonna start pushing into her.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to recall early. Maybe I can
Mhm.
do something. I don't know. I'm really already down two. This is not great.
Okay. When you base like this, what is your goal for when you get back to lane?
To hopefully, do you go Nashers first or
I normally go
Rift on?
Nashes on Gwen, yeah.
Okay. Just to come back a little bit stronger. I pushed 2 waves in, so that's like my free time to recall.
Yeah.
Because if I recall when this wave was pushed, when I get back, it's gonna be under my tower. I'm gonna lose even more CS.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that's a really good recall. What does she want to do now?
I'm assuming she just wants to slow push into me so she can get a free roam. She's ahead.
Or maybe she wants to recall, same as you did. But yeah, she wants
Yeah.
to crash a wave. So for
Yeah.
you, your goal would be to stop it crashing. Now I don't think you're strong enough to.
No,
So
yeah,
you
she's
have
just gonna
to,
do that.
yeah,
I'm gonna
you
get
have to
cooked.
give because she's level 6.
Yeah. Yeah. She might just stay here though, which is interesting.
Okay, I like that word.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
What
unfortunate.
is that range?
It already cast on you, so it followed.
Oh.
What we'll do is we'll in the replay, we're gonna go over everything, right? So there's a lot leading
Yeah.
up to why you died there. That's not like in the moment you died because the E buffered into you and followed your flash. But before that, she'd already like set the kill up.
Yeah. Also, my camera was really bad. I couldn't even see my HP bar there.
That's
I fucked that
unfortunate.
freeze up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm assuming she's just gonna TP back, but Yeah, TP back.
It's a shame she has item, otherwise this would be a good window for you to fight. But now
She
I
already
think,
has a full Nasher.
yeah,
Holy fuck.
now you kind of just have to minimize losses.
I'm down bad already.
I think you should ping the gank her, but okay, he can't volley topside. Once she's got her ult back up, she's going to be fairly hard to kill. Okay,
Flashing.
no flash.
I don't know. I guess this guy just expects me to lose my whole wave to roam there. I don't know.
I mean, he got her flash, that's really good. That's a win.
Guess I have to TP. She hard pushed it.
No,
Should I just
I
walk
think you're
back or?
fine. Yeah, you're fine to walk. You're close enough. Did you get XP on that? I think you did. You can try to do the same thing. Fast push and see if you can get her TP.
I think she just walked back. I'll just lose here, so I don't know. If I guess I just let it push in.
Yeah. At this point, you have to let her push in and then try to catch on the tower. And the hard part for you is crashing it into her tower. There, you got a nice free window because now it'll come back to you. You basically want to avoid getting put in a position where he's freezing on you and you have to actually fight a 1v1. If someone comes top, if you can ever ping someone to come top, then you can kill her, get her shut down, and then equalize the item thing, and then you're happy. But until then, you just have to be patient and let her push, catch waves.
Jeez.
Yeah, it hurts. You got a reasonable amount of CS.
I can't even buy anything here. I mean, if I don't get any help top, she's just gonna break
Yeah,
my
I
turret.
think the only thing you can do is ping people to come top. She's playing with a huge lead, so at this point you're just trying to stem the bleeding as much as possible. If they don't come top, then as long as you're not dying again, if they're doing something bot like this, if this works, then you can in your head just go, okay, I mean, they didn't come top, but it worked bot. I'm happy with that. Looks like it's working. Now you just have to base. Like, it feels bad, but gotta be done.
Gonna stop it. Yeah.
A little bit greedy on where you stood to base.
Yeah.
Also, Tabby.
I mean, the only saving grace is this guy didn't come top once, but our team's doing good, so.
Yeah. Sometimes that happens as well, and that's why it's about minimizing losses in that situation. think you might have killed your son. No, you're fine. Okay.
That's not gonna happen, I guess. I can't even do anything here. They're just gonna collapse on me and I'm dead anyways, so.
Yeah, I think it's fine if you just kill the wave here. Just kill the wave. You're never gonna kill her.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could use both ults on the wave there and kill it all. I think that would have been your best play from that position. It's not a good position to be in. The key to winning games like this is to make the game not about you, which is a skill in and of itself. Because if you can get to a position like here, you die and KO gets T2. If you can get to a position where you just don't die and she like gets some chip damage on T2, but your bot keep winning harder than you're losing, then you'll win.
Yeah. I have a strong feeling this is yours. Most likely gonna die this kill. Just all dead.
Yep. This is the right thing to do as well. Grab the wave mid. And now, yeah, maybe you can push mid tower.
I mean, if I die here, I'm not even gonna get it. I don't really know why they're spamming.
If you press tab and see who's strong on your team, right? It's Viego.
Viego.
Not really Jin. So if you're ever going to fight anything, it's gonna be around Viego. So a good mentality to have in this spot is to not fight when Viego's not there. And if Viego's there, you can try and fight. And try and... I mean, honestly, the game's not that... Like, top lane's pretty rough, but... So, for example, this Herald, we would never fight, because Viego's bot.
Yeah.
You can probably just sell your D-ring here for the Nash's spike.
I don't know, this guy doesn't go for a hook or something. Oh, there's just dead.
This is great for you, though. You're just getting farm for free. I think at
Maybe I could
this
try to kill
point,
this guy.
yeah, at this point, like, there comes a point in a losing game where you sort of feel like it's already lost. I feel like it's starting to get there. And at that point, just start taking risks. Like, try and take fights that you feel like you probably wouldn't win.
Just runs away.
And just try to outplay them. It's the perfect time to like build your
Why
mechanics.
why is this guy not going for an engage here though? I don't get it. Why is he? Okay. I mean, there's only 2 mid. We just saw Volibear run away. I don't know why nothing happens. And
Looks like
now
it's
they
happening now.
engage.
This looks like a good fight for you.
Yeah, nothing happens.
Oh, went a little wide. Shame, no mana. Still winning. These are the kind of things that can help you get back in the game. Just grabbing kills wherever you can. They're going to have shutdowns, you're not.
Yep. I didn't know Kill was there. I just trolled. Came out of nowhere. I probably should have just TP'd mid there and got the tower. And ran
I
top
think
and got the top
TP into
wave.
the fight is good. I think you should just not go too deep. Just like if you play with your teammates.
That's not. I mean, at this point, it's a Fed kill. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's probably just an
hard.
FF angle.
You just have to find those miracle fights. Like, the chance of winning is low, but it still exists.
No way.
It's a rough one.
Yeah. They're tilted.
It's understandable.
Yeah. And my Vega was gonna kill the Ari, but just decided to farm his jungle instead.
You
I
go for that
guess.
play, it didn't work. Like, it's not.
I think the first off, that was a misplay on level 1 when I went in. I thought it was stronger, but I guess not. I think that's just press the attack difference, but yeah, that was
Oh,
that
yeah,
was a
I
big
mean,
problem. And then I got level 3 ganked also fucked me over. And
I
I
think
think
the
from
early
that
game is
point,
like uncharacteristically rough.
yeah, there's the demote. Nice.
The kind of weird early game. Like the gank is not a good gank for Volibear either, but he just does it anyway.
Yeah, and it's like that game right there is another thing. Like I did really bad that game, honestly. Like I fucking threw that game, but at the same time, it's like my Viego's super fed. I don't understand how he, at not one point this entire game, he tries to get the shutdown on kill top
Yeah,
lane.
I know you should, but like that's the only thing you can play for. What's like after your summoner name, you have the little tagline thing. What's your tagline?
NA1.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Does the match history work yet? Or is it still broken? Okay, it's not broken, but I can't download replays anymore. Oh no, I can. There we go. Thank you, Riot, for finally fixing the game. It's been broken for like a month at least.
Yeah. It's like it's games like those that makes me not want to play Gwen. It makes me want to play my old mains.
Yeah, I mean, if you play Gwen, you're gonna have like low agency. But if you do get fed, it's kind of the same as playing Kale, right? Like if she didn't get fed, she would have very low agency in the game. But she did, so she carried. Gwen's kind of similar.
Yeah. I just feel like if I'm playing Volibear right there, she never makes it past level 1. Like I'm just on top of her and she can't do anything.
Yep. Okay.
Also, I think I probably should have took E start instead of Q, but I don't know. It would have made a difference level 1.
So first thing I want to talk to you about is when you have a matchup where you are stronger early than the enemy, I want to talk about how to like guarantee that you will win this match. Without even having to necessarily mechanically outplay them. So I like Q start because if you can Q her and the wave, you will get push. So if I like draw, am I sharing my screen? I am, yeah.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
So if you are able to, let's say you're like here or here, if you're able to walk in and hit the creeps and just stay in your wave, right? So that she doesn't really want to walk in and auto you to death inside your minion wave. And then just Q her and the creeps so that you start getting push. Maybe you get, like a little bit of dip on her or whatever. But the main thing is that by getting push, you take control of the lane and you can kill this wave plus 1 minion first to get level 2. And then once you get level 2, then you can be really aggressive. And then you can push her all the way off the wave.
Yeah.
This fight's really good for her, not just because of her champ, but like here, her wave is hitting you.
Yeah.
I think to fight like this, you have to be a lot stronger than the enemy champ, because you're not just dying to her, you've got these 3 casters hitting you as well. You're actually taking quite a lot of damage from minions in this fight.
Yeah.
But this is still salvageable. What I would do here, TP in. Main thing is you want to get level 2. Once you get level 2, you can start looking to play. Now, honestly, I wouldn't ward here. It's really weird that Volibear just does his 3... Like, his pathing is really weird. He does red, Krugs, chickens, top. He just completely abandons his bot side. I don't know. That's weird. But, hey, sometimes that happens. This is fine though. Like, I think you're in kind of a... The only reason this is a losing position for you is that she has TP and you don't. But like resource-wise, you're ahead of her. If you just stack up your Q and EQ her, it's pretty good for you actually. I was looking for you to do it here. Like here, if you just keep hitting the wave, what ends up happening is that your Q stacks drop. So then you can't go for it. Like here.
Yeah.
You kind of lost.
Yeah.
And then by the time you get them back up, she hits level 3. And then once she hits level 3, you should respect it and back off. So, it's kind of... Is she a minion? No, these 2 are melee. Okay. Generally, she's going to get level 3 off of the first 2 melee creeps of this wave, but she actually does a melee and a ranged, and that still gets her level 3 because she got the kill on you. So that's not normally her level 3 timer. Again, here you can live if you just flash. Or at least he has to flash. No, he does flash stun you. Yeah, if you just flashed early, you would live.
Yeah.
But it's still not
Yeah,
the
I
end of
don't
the
know.
world. You come back, you catch this wave, and now you're in a bad spot, and you're just playing to try and hang on at this point to get back into the game. It's not until you die the next time that I thought you were in a really bad spot. So, if we look at the game from this position, you can never fight her, right?
Yeah.
So what we need to do is play in a way that allows us to avoid fighting her. Where you are now, in this sort of area of the lane, you never need to fight her. So this is fine. It's when you get up here, right? And if she pulls a freeze, you kind of get screwed. So what's the best way to not get frozen on? And
Just
to keep the wave in a position where you can farm and avoid fighting her until you're stronger.
just freeze it right here.
Well, you can't
The tip of my
freeze
tower.
this. It's impossible to freeze this wave. This wave will always slow push. So let's
Because it's right. It's already too far in my tower. It needs to be farther up.
yeah. So let's talk about. I mean, you could never freeze this anyway because it's the same amount of minions. So let's talk about freezes, and we'll go through that. So there's two things that determine. Why is my pen fat all of a sudden? There's two things that determine what a minion wave will do. There is the number of minions, and there is the position of the wave. Okay, so if we look at this, this is an even number of minions. So the number of minions is not determining whether it's pushing, right? If there's more minions, like let's say the wave's dead in the middle. If this has 7 minions and this has 6 minions, it's going to push that way. The one with more is going to push. But since it's here, if we stop just thinking about this wave and this wave, and we now think about the next waves as well, okay, this minion wave here has to walk to here, but this one has to walk all the way to here. So this minion wave is already hitting before this one even arrives, which causes it to push this way.
Okay. Yeah,
because the waves stack up and then they push that way. So a freeze happens when these two factors are in equilibrium. So if the lane's neutral, right, it's in the middle. Then if these are neutral or the same, then it's in equilibrium. So it will stay here unless someone does something to it. Generally speaking, it doesn't actually, because for some reason I think minion RNG determines which way it starts pushing, but it's basically, for all intents and purposes, it's neutral. It's going to stay there for quite a while. If the wave is like here, you can kind of draw lines on it, right? Like this. So those lines are a bit too big. Let me redo that. Like here, 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 and here. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so here, if this is 6 versus 6, it freezes. But if it's here, if it's 6 versus 6, it will slowly start pushing that way. And then here, if it's 6 versus 6 minions, it will push that way even quicker, right?
Okay.
If it's 7 versus 6, it will stay here. 7 on red side and 6 on blue side. It will stay here if it's here. Because the position and the amount are in equilibrium. Now, what most people use is they want to freeze down here, right? And by the time you're down here, you need 4 minions in excess. So let's say you've got 10 minions and they've got 6, this will freeze. Right, wrong way around. Let's say they've got 10 minions and you've got 6, this will freeze. Or if they've got 4 minions and you've got no minions and you hold it until the next wave comes, this will freeze. Or if they've got, 5 and you got 1, then it will freeze. But here, the problem is that this is an even amount of minions and the position is determining that it will push away from you. So what we want to do is not give her the chance to play when we get here. What can we do that makes it really hard for her to fight us by the time the wave gets to here?
Just crash the wave.
Yeah, you can crash the wave, but what if she comes and fights you as you're trying to crash the wave, right? If she goes, okay, Gwen wants to crash this wave, I'm going to try and stop her. How do we make it as hard as possible for her to stop us crashing? Because in essence, that is the hardest part of the lane when you're behind, is to figure out how to crash this wave.
Well, by the time I push it in, she's already gonna be back. Yeah. I'm gonna recall and she's gonna fast push, and I don't have TP, so I'm gonna lose all the CS, right? So
potentially in that situation, yeah.
So the only thing I could think of here is just to either try to crash it as fast as I can, or just try to slow push it.
Yeah.
And get a big wave and then just crash the fat wave under a tower and recall.
Yeah, so if we can slow push and we can build the next wave on top of this one, and then the next wave on top of that, and then we've got a huge wave here, it's really hard for Kayle to fight us in this massive minion wave. What we want to do is build a wave so big that she can't stop us crashing it, and then we can crash it, and then we can recall, and then she's got all these minions to kill under the tower, and that lets us get back in time to not have her fast push the wave into us. So that's the ideal thing to do here, is to start slow pushing, which it looks like you're doing, and just build the biggest wave you can. So I would slow down on this. There's no need to hit it this fast. The longer it stays here as well, the safer you are to farm while you're behind. Because right now we've only got a Doran's Ring against Amp Dome and Recurve Bow. Now it's just going to move a little bit further out, which we don't really want. It's only moving a little bit further up, but we could have avoided it. And again, if you slow push this wave, I think you've got time for the next wave to come, and then you've got a 3-wave stack that you can crash into her face, and she can't really do much about it. And from there, we can start looking at what sort of things we can do. So yeah, this is a perfect situation for you. So you've slow pushed 2 waves, and now you'll fast push this one. Now here, what do you think you should do here as Gwen? Obviously, we're going to crash the wave, right? That's the whole plan. But what else do you think you should do?
Probably just try to poke Q.
Yeah, I think you should take any trade that you possibly can. Let's say that you trade her down to here, right? And she gets you to here, but you crash the wave. Even though you only did this much, and she did this much, it doesn't matter because your plan is to recall anyway. So any trade is a good trade for you in this situation. As long as you don't die, right?
What I was thinking in that situation is like, I'm just like, if I try to fight her at this point, I'm just gonna die again, and then it's really fucked.
Yeah, so the reason you can't die here is because, like, cannon plus 1, oh, that's a melee actually, ignore that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 caster creeps hitting her. Like, it's kind of like her trying to kill you under turret at this point, because you have that many creeps. She'll probably take like 100 damage per second just from creeps if she tried to fight you. So in these situations, like the wave is gonna crash at this point. She can't really stop it. So just fight her, just to chunk her so that you can base, and then when you come back, she's already like pre-chunked, and then you can play this situation when it gets here a bit easier because she's already chunked out.
Yeah, I gave her too much agency here, pretty much.
Yeah. Now, what I also want to talk about is, like, now we're playing the imagination game, right? Imagine you're ahead instead of behind. Obviously, it's not the case in this game, but in a lot of your games it will be. If you're ahead and you manage to get this chunk, and you reset, and you come back to lane, and she's pushed the wave down to, like, here. So the wave's here, and she's got, 2 stacked waves here. And then you've got her HP bar is like this because you managed to chunk her beforehand. All of a sudden, you can stop her crashing this wave, and then you can freeze on her. Or if she tries to crash it, because you've pre-chunked her, if she tries to do what you're doing here and like force the wave in, you can just kill her because she's pre-chunked. So in a lot of your matchups, you can set up kills like this. If you trade them down, crash the big wave, base, come back with items, and when they try to crash the wave, you kill them. That's like a really easy kill timer for you. We didn't get the trade-off, but the recall's good. I think I said in the game, like, she wants to crash this, so you can try and stop her, but I don't think you're strong enough to stop her. But if you're ahead, or you're playing, you know, a stronger early champ, this is a really good time for you to try and get a kill. Let me actually push it to where it is, right? So...
Yeah, I also think that just in general, it probably wasn't the best for me to play Gwen, because I don't have that much time on Gwen.
Okay.
I mainly picked it because I saw my team comp and saw that we were like full AD pretty much until my mid picked, and at that point I was like, I have to go AP here, or it's just you're
Yeah.
gonna build armor and it's insta loss. So
Uh,
it's like I don't know.
Next game, just play comfort no matter what, because it just makes everything
Okay.
easier to learn. But this is the situation I was talking about. So if you can imagine, let's say you're playing Volibear, right? That's a champion you talked about, and you'd pre-chunked her on that crash, and now the wave does this, and you arrive back in lane, and she has to try to crash this on this health into Volibear. All of a sudden, you can see the kill angle, right?
Yeah.
So that's why that trade in, like, when we were in this position, the trade there is so good, even if you lose all your health, because you're just going to reset and fill it to full anyway. And it puts you in this position, but she's chunked. So that's like the best time for you to trade in lane. It's basically a free trade that sets up a kill. Small issue here, just with your W usage, but this is like Gwen specific. Your W gives you a lot of safety to farm on the tower, and you're going to want to catch this big wave. So ideally you would have that up. Because now if you want to get all these creeps, you're going to take a lot of damage, and then you're going to have to base. Doing a reasonable job at avoiding her poke though. You got the next W up shortly. I would just W and farm this. W's quite late there. Okay. So yeah, what ends up allowing her to dive you is the amount of damage you took while farming it. So the first large amount of damage you took, because your W's on cooldown, and you kind of greedily snip forward here, but I don't hate it. You get a decent amount of chunk onto her. Now you just have to wait until you W, and then you can W and farm the rest of the wave.
Yeah.
It's a good play by Kale though, to ult the tower and kill you.
I am your salvation.
It's a nasty
That's pretty
time to
much
die
just
as well,
what.
because you lost
Yeah.
the wave. And from here it's pretty hard to salvage. Like, I don't think your lane can be salvaged at this point, and you're just trying to play to minimize your losses. You tried to drag the wave, which is good. Like, that's the right thing for you to do.
Yeah,
It ended up
I
walking
messed
into
it
the
up.
tower, which, you know, it's fine. The intent was correct.
Then I could have froze it there, and then I maybe could have been a little bit safer.
Yeah.
I still think at some point, like, I don't know. I guess I shouldn't think like that, because I don't know why, but I'm just so used to the plat games where you tell your team to do something and like they actually pay attention.
Yeah.
And I feel like at this point I could have came back if my Viego, who was fed, just came top and killed her when she didn't have ult and no flash, and it would have been a free shutdown, and we could have came back. But I guess you can't depend on your teammates.
Yeah.
So most times.
The reason I jumped out a review early is I think because of the way that game went, if we try to do, like, I normally do 2 games, but if we tried to do 3 games, because that one was quick and it went kind of tits up early, we'll just try another 2.
Okay.
So the reviews for the next 2 will have to be slightly shorter to compensate. But I think we'll get more use out of reviewing games that aren't as, like, downhill.
Okay.
We talked about stuff in the early game to avoid that. But ideally, in most of your games, you want to get to a point where you're in a winning position off of the first 4 waves. And if you're not getting in winning positions off of the first 4 waves, then the main thing to practice for you will be the first 4 waves.
Yeah.
After that, you can start broadening your horizons a lot. And once we get into winning positions, we can look at how to really start exploding games from there. So let's go for another one.
All right. Yeah, I'm not gonna play gun this time.
Yeah, play whatever champion you want, whatever you feel most
I think
comfortable.
I have like 10 games on that champ total. I don't know. It seems like this season's a lot harder than the previous ones. I'm not gonna lie.
I agree. And I can't
I took a long break.
I can't figure out why that is,
Yeah.
but it does.
Cause I got the Plat 2 before Emerald came out, and that makes me think, because now there's Emerald out, so wouldn't like a higher skill amount of players be in the Platinum before Emerald came out, or is it about the same as Plat now?
I think Emerald now is what Platinum used to be, but I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, because I feel like the biggest difference between Gold and Plat is that in Gold, more than likely you're gonna have a game where you're gonna have to carry, or you're either gonna have to carry, or someone on your team's gonna have to get like 10 kills and literally be like 10 levels above to do anything. But in Platinum, it seems like even if someone just gets a single lead, or at least in 2022 Platinum, I don't know why, you would, if they got like even a 1 or 2 level lead or a certain amount of kills, the game was winnable. But in this elo, it's rough out here. It's like even though that Vega was 8-2, and I think he was 8-2 while my top laner had 3 kills, which is obviously still big, but I feel like in Plat that game most likely would have been won still, even with that difference. But I don't know. I usually just ban Gnar.
Okay.
Pairs.
Yeah, I think you can ban whatever really. A lot of champions have one very specific matchup that's very difficult, but if they don't, you can just ban anything. I think for Volibear, it's mostly just range tops that he's going to particularly struggle with.
Yeah. I say the biggest reason why I stopped playing Volibear mainly was because of the changes in builds and what he used to do. Because he used to build like Iceborne Gauntlet Mythic, Frozen Heart, and be full bruiser like attack damage, and now he's like, I mean, he's still bruiser, but it's more like Rod of Ages, I think, is what they build now, and more AP focus, which I used to like that tankiness of the old build a lot more.
Yeah, it's like the Rod of Ages Navori thing going on at the minute.
Yeah. Yeah.
To be honest, I do think Gauntlet is quite a good item now if you do want to build that, because they increase the damage on it from 100% of your base AD to 150%. But again, I don't really know too much about Volibear builds. I don't think, as long as you're building items that are like reasonable on your champion, I don't think it's as big a deal as people make out. Okay, that's a lot
also look at this team comp. Like, is this just not a loss instantly into game?
No.
This happens like 50% of the games, though.
No, I don't think it really matters, honestly.
Should I play an AD character?
No, I'd just go Volibear. But like maybe play like Iceborne Sundered Sky or Trinity Force, or you know.
I think I'm gonna go. I'm against a Mundo.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I'll go. Yeah, I'll go. Trinity Forcer. See how it goes. Kind of want Ghost, but I don't know. I'll stick with Flash. It's fun. Yeah, it's the same thing with Udyr. I used to play a bunch of Udyr top because I made him in the jungle forever, and it's probably one of my favorite characters. But it's like, I don't know. I'm weird. Like, I used to play the old Udyr. You remember like post rework where his Q was like insane and he used to do a bunch of damage.
Yeah.
But he pretty much had 0 team fight capabilities because he had no AoE. And so I used to, unless you went your R max, but that's not really AoE.
It was
and then
weird.
I would do,
it was like a Vi.
it was like a cone.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah, it was like a cone. Yeah. But I used to love that old Udyr so much, and that was another one. I used to play that and Volibear, and I used to get the plat with that because I just love that build so much. I used to build like Journey Force, go full AD, just one shot people, and be super tanky and super fast. And it's not Udyr is more like a tank now, which I don't know. It's just the play styles for this game is what makes it fun for me.
Yeah.
And like a lot of the characters that I used to have a lot of fun on changed a lot. So I think pretty sure you just always go Doring Ring no matter what.
Yeah, I think Ring is his best starting item, definitely. Okay, so what I want you to try to do is, I'll give you like a rough game plan, right? Don't worry if it seems like a lot and you forget anything. But the
Okay.
plan is, if you can get a good trade on him level 1, do it. If not, don't worry. Focus on making sure that you're going to get level 2 first. And once you get level 2, if he's close to you, you do like a huge trade, level 2 into level 1. Otherwise, you just zone him off the minions. And
So
make
you
it
want me
hard
to
for him
hard push this wave
Not
as hard as I
hard
can?
push, just push a bit faster than him. You get used to it. It's kind of like you just want to keep yourself a little bit ahead in push compared to what he's doing. Because if you hard push,
Okay.
the wave will crash into the tower too early, and that's awkward.
Yeah.
But if you get this level 2, right, you have a massive advantage. If you get the trade, the lane is like really winning, because then what you can do is crash the third wave, base, and come back, and he's pre-chunked, and it's that situation we were talking about in review.
Yeah.
And then you can look to kill him when he tries to crash the wave. Yeah, level 1. See if a trade presents itself. A lot of the time, I'll just hit the wave a couple of times, and then I'll stop, and I'll just start last hitting from now. Because otherwise you're going to push a bit too fast. Okay. This is a good position for you. Okay, so now walk up. Yeah, you can grab the minion. You don't really need to grab the minion, because you're going to get more done by just zoning him. See how you're zoning him here? Now, the problem here is that it crashed too fast. So this is kind of awkward. It makes life easy for him, because he can farm on the tower, but it's okay. It happens. It takes a little bit of getting used to. The aim is to crash the third wave. I probably would base here and just grab Dark Seal, because it's such a strong item.
You just grab Dark Seal here?
Yeah. Get back to lane as fast as possible, and then you can still attempt to stop his crash. You might not be able to because he's very healthy. But there's a world where you stop the crash. He's not pushing fast enough, actually. This is pretty good for you. What's the one thing you want to do before you fight him to the death when he's trying to crash this wave?
Probably break his spell shield.
Okay,
so
yeah.
I can stun him.
I'll let you know. I was thinking get level 4.
Yeah.
But ideally,
Okay.
you can get level 4, and then you can just fight him and stop him crashing this wave. And it puts him in a really bad position. Because the only advantage he has over you right now is his level lead. Nice, you got the pre-mark on him as well. This is a big trade. Okay, no spell shield. I would try not to push this back into him too hard, because it's pushing away from him and he's struggling. It is kind of awkward as Volibear because you naturally push. Here you could let your passive drop off and then farm, yeah, and then it will keep pushing away. Now, what I want you to do here is on this cannon, if he walks up to hit the cannon, you kill him. And if he doesn't, and he tries to cleaver it, you just block the cleaver. There you go. No cannon for you.
Yep.
And now you're back to, eventually you're going to want to try to get level 5. Once you've got level 5, you're just not letting him crash the wave. If he tries to crash the wave, you're going to kill him. And by doing this, instead of pushing the wave into him, he's constantly playing in a position where he can die. Now it's neutral, so it's kind of easy for him to not die now. We try to keep it in a position where he's killable as much as possible. Because we want to punish him early.
You're just playing super passive.
Yeah, the aim is to not give him the opportunity to play passive. Okay.
He's level 6, so that's a problem.
Nice. Well played.
That's really good.
That's very, very good.
Did he ghost there? I think so, right?
I think so.
What is this? I've never seen that in my life.
Oh, that's
for
because
Zoe,
there's a Zoe
right?
in the game. Yeah.
Yeah, that's for Zoe, yeah. I was like, what? Oh, I guess I don't even have to ghost then. I know he ghosts because of that.
So what I would do here, which is like really disgusting, is just drag the wave into that bush and make sure it doesn't crash into my tower, so that I can keep the wave here and try and kill him again. And yeah, if he tries to fight you, he loses. Yep, and now he has to try and farm like this, and as long as you don't push too fast and break it, it's very, very unplayable for him.
I can get a free back again.
You can, yep. One thing I would start doing when you're looking to get this back is think about how much gold is my next recall? Like, do I need the gold? Because one thing you could do is you could walk through as that wave hit his tower and proxy it if you needed the extra gold.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh wow, the
That's
death
just the
time is
gank.
actually really long at level 8. I was thinking maybe it's not too bad for you, but if you could TP in before he could crash the wave, it would be fine for you because he doesn't have teleport. It doesn't look like you're gonna be able to. I would be spamming TP on one of those minions. Oh, you might be able to. Oh, you can't do it on the minions yet, actually.
I don't have Unleashed yet.
Yeah. No. Alright, you just have to fast push the next one. Good thing is you push fast. That's the other thing about like keeping the wave where I was trying to get you to keep it as well. You can never die to those ganks really. Because you're right by your turret anyway.
I should go for a
Yeah, grab the
plate here. I
plates.
kind of trolled.
Ah, you're still there, you're fine.
Maybe we'll get 2 actually. Do I ever just like fast push this one?
Depends.
Or do I let it equalize in the wave?
Let's do it for a demonstration, right? If you fast push it, So now that you've done this, your goal is no longer to be in your lane because there's no minions for ages, right? So now you can look to do things like gank mid or invade Hecarim's topside jungle or stuff like that.
Oh, okay. I see
So
what you're
if
saying.
you fast push, that's what you're looking for. The other times you can do stuff like that is, you know, you get those 3-wave crashes where you like stack them. If you don't need a recall and you get one of those, then you can look to gank mid or invade Hecarim's jungle or something like that. And that way you just keep yourself useful in your downtime. You do manage to stack the next wave as well. Are you running Demolish?
No.
No? It's fine. If you are, then you can look for it at times like this where you're stacking a wave onto the tower. But we're not. Doesn't matter. Don't always run that rune. Oh, Kira's here. Really big if you live. Okay.
I mean, if they kill 3 here, it's, I guess. Yeah, I'm catching all the ganks today.
Yeah. Part of that is where you are in the lane is allowing you to be ganked.
He's also really thin. So just go play to still capture it.
I would probably get
Swifties.
the Hearthbound axe so that you're closer to.
Okay.
So that you're definitely going to get your Triforce on your next base. You can even, like, when you do this, you can go to lane and deliberately just fast push straight away and then base for your Triforce.
Yeah.
Once you have that, you're just looking to murder him. Nice. Good. Yeah. Sometimes you might have to drag that wave a little bit further down the lane because the health bars were low.
Okay.
The further you drag it, the less you need to freeze.
I think I'm gonna get ganked again. Oh, he's mid actually, maybe not.
Yeah, I would probably just push this and then base and get your Trinity Force. You can even, if you want to keep your tempo really high, you could even TP back. Or because Drake's spawning, you could fast push, buy Trinity, walk to Drake, and then TP back to top after Drake. That looks like a pretty solid play. So at this point, we're trying to impact the map more than just win top lane.
Yeah.
Nice thing is you can get your boots as well. So yeah, I would probably run to Drake, and then you can TP top. And if the Drake fight happens and Mundo's not there, your team will just win because you're there. Unless you, like, massively fuck something up. If they don't go Drake, like here, they're not going to Drake, so you could just start running top.
DP.
It's awkward if they just don't do it. And here, now that you're here, you want to push. Because if you don't, Mundo can go to Drake and not get punished, since you're not there anymore. If he every time he recalls now as well, I would be trying to get as much damage on his tower as possible. So he's TPing. It's not the end of the world. To really impact the game from this point onwards, from like 14 minutes onwards, you want to get their T1 tower. It gives you so many more options as to how to play out the rest of the game.
It's just he has a spell shield, so I can't stun him, so I can't trade. It's really annoying.
Yeah, it's still a winning trade. If you just like, instead of QEing on his head, if you Q him and E behind him, a lot of the time it'll hit. And if it doesn't, he has to run into you and fight you, so I don't think it's bad. Yeah, there you go. Big trade. You can now look to... Oh. Okay, yeah, if you can get there and impact that. Huge. Okay, it's just all the way. Do you know your dive setup as well, Oliver? Like your combo and how you do your dive?
I think so.
The important thing is just the pre-W. You want to like walk at them under tower, W them, and just leave. And then the next time your W comes up, you're going to dive them. You might not have enough damage to do it here, to be fair. Okay, now you do. Yeah, he ghosted away. That's fine. You can try and use this as your window to break this T1 tower, because that's honestly more important than killing him, is getting this tower, so that you can start impacting the map.
Yeah. I can't really do anything now because he ran away.
Lovely.
Kill this warden back.
Okay. Yeah, let's base and go
Hopefully
straight
this
back to
isn't
top.
warded, and I don't get Ash ulted. Come on, RNG.
Hey.
We're good.
It's up to you what you want to build.
I'm gonna go breaker.
Okay.
So my bot lane's still
Good
bot,
spot, yeah.
so I guess I'm going back top.
Yeah. Both side lane T1 turrets are down, so this is great news for you. Whichever side lane you end up playing in, the turret's already gone, and you are going to have lots of options. What we want to do is push this wave as deep as possible. That's step one. So we can.
And two of them are dead, and the rest are mid. I can maybe get a tier 2 here for free.
If nobody responds to what you're doing, you take the tier 2. If they do respond, like let's say they respond and start farming the wave under tower, right? Then what you can do is you can just run to mid or bot or wherever and make it a 5v4 over there. And by the time you come back to top, the wave is going to bounce all the way around and you're going to get a nice big stacked wave. If you can push side lanes deep, you're pretty much always winning. The only thing you have to worry about is where you're getting ganked from. Yeah, the T2, nice. So now you can push it even deeper.
Oh, I'm on my ward for some reason.
Yeah, and again, nobody's responding, so you can hit the turret.
What's going on here? This is kind of peculiar.
Know. But this is the right thing to do. If nobody responds, you just hit the turret. Now you can try and finish it, yeah. Okay. And now that they've responded, so you could recall, or... never mind. Yeah, get in for. I'll let you play. a bit weird. Your ult went over the wall, but didn't.
I'm just dead. Yeah, did you see that?
Yeah. Bit odd.
I'm really surprised I didn't go over there. That's really not gonna take me over?
Apparently not. To be honest, it's not the worst death either. Like, because of like where the wave is and stuff, they're not going to be able to do anything with it.
Yeah.
So I would probably run bot next and just do the same thing, right? This is going to be your mid-game plan, is you push it as deep as you can. If they don't respond to you, you take it. If they do respond to you, you just go and group with your team, and they've got someone off in bot lane doing like just killing minions, and meanwhile you have a massive numbers advantage in mid or wherever. I would normally not TP to that. The only reason I maybe would think of it is that Drake is up, but otherwise I would just walk there.
Okay.
The wave's not going anywhere. It's pushing into you anyway, so. Also, this is very good. If you ever get the chance to do this, then definitely do it. Yeah, I would focus on pushing this next wave that's going to come in bot in a little while. Like, Mundo's on it now. Get that pushed in all the way. Oh, hello. And now that your wave's pushed, you can go and group.
He stole the Drake.
Ooh. So ideally you wouldn't be here. Like, you could go and hit mid turret with your team maybe. Because one of them is, if they don't stay to collect the wave, you can push it, but one of them stay in there, right? So you're gonna have numbers advantage in mid now. But you could even run top and kill Ashe, you know? It's like, it's at this point, once you've got that wave pushed, that you have almost like a jungler's level of freedom.
Yeah.
Once you've got the wave pushed in like that, and that's when you're looking to make plays. Nice.
I had to back up. My team didn't really go with me there.
That's fine. You got the one kill. The thing is, in that... Oh. Well, we'll play the fight.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. Just gotta reset here, I guess.
Yep. But look at bot, right?
Not gonna reco there.
Because you pushed the wave in first, they're losing the waves to the tower, and what that wave's going to do now, if you recall and start running bot, it's going to build up. Because of where it is positioned, it's going to start stacking up, and by the time you get there, you're going to collect multiple waves.
Yep.
So you really want to like get into the flow of pushing that side lane deep. They don't respond.
Like in my mind right here, I'm thinking like my team just goes for Baron. If they contest, I end the game, and if we get the Baron, we just 5 mid and we win.
Yeah, I mean, there's two ways. Baron is what you're playing around, right? There's two ways that it happens. It's if they send people to you, your team just takes Baron. If they don't, you just push it all the way onto their inhib and you go Baron with your team. Yep. And like they have to respond to the bot lane wave, so... And then if they try to do Baron and drop the bot lane wave, you just go, okay, and you leave. And you let the bot lane wave die to the tower, and they just lost like 3 waves. And then you just do the same thing again.
I think they're coming to me, though.
Yeah, if you press tab and ping the little Baron icon, people respond to that. There you go, Lily has got the idea. Nice ult. Good buffer. Good target selection. Can you bite him? Oh, good flash. Yeah.
We get free Baron now, right? Surely?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Alright, so this brings us into the next thing. How do we play with Baron?
Split, most likely.
Okay.
They actually got mid turret though. Oh, I just got a whole winner's approach. This feels nice. Yeah, I feel way more comfortable on Volibear for sure. I that last game, I was like actually clueless on that character. I mean, she don't have ult. She's just dead if she stays here.
So one thing you're going to want to do as the top laner, in the mid to late game, right, handling the side waves is your job as the top laner. That's the thing that you have to do. And then between doing that, you can do other stuff.
Yep.
If you want to get really... Like, if you want to play this Baron really correctly, then what you're going to do here is your team should be four-manning this mid turret, right?
Yeah,
And
my Lily is getting red by now.
what you would do is push slow enough that your wave crashes as their wave dies. We'll go into it in replay. But you see here, both waves are on the turret at the same time and they're both dying. It's kind of awkward. So I'll talk about that in a bit. But ideally, you have 4 mid and just U-bot. Okay. Lux popping off. So I would go back to bot here. So what you can do here is watch mid and look at your next wave that's coming and try to push it in as their wave mid dies. And it's kind of a complicated thing, but so that you can wait until they've taken this inhib. And then once they take the inhib, you push it onto the turret and you ping assist me and they all come. And they take this bot lane with you. They're backing off anyway. Like, they're so far behind that they can't even contest it.
Yeah,
But
it's just over.
the concept is there, right?
I might take tower damage, show a red buff. I don't know if we can end here. I'm kind of low. Just gonna recall. I could just TP back. Drag. They're probably gonna die.
I'd probably just go for top inhib here. Not like you might not be able to get it yet, but just put yourself in the position to get it.
I feel like if I just TP there, I'm dead instantly now.
Yeah, just walk there. Just walk to top wave and start pushing it in. And what you're looking for here is the supers are stacking in mid and bot, right? As soon as they go to kill those super minions, you just kill their top inhib. So what I've been saying to people a lot is that the top laner's job is to create numbers advantages at any position on the map. That's kind of what we're looking to achieve through the side lane. So like now,
There's 3 in the jungle,
yeah,
and
exactly. Like
it's free.
if you do this, they have to come back, and then all of a sudden your team has a numbers advantage there, and you know it's really winning for you. You get the inhib as well. And now what you can do is leave, yeah, until they have to respond to something else, and then you can just do it again. Now you can kind of just walk into the base with your team because you have 3 inhibs. Oh, well, he's fucked.
Yeah, it's over.
Yep.
You gotta do this special right here.
Okay. Nice. I love that.
Yeah, it feels way better on Volibear.
Alright, nice.
I don't know, I just get in my own head. I'm like, I want to play the champion that's gonna win, I think is good, and then I play it and I have no skill on them because I don't play it. And then I do way better on characters I actually know.
What I would like to do, if you're up for it, is try and in the very early game, the early lane. I think one thing is as Volibear, you can punish a lot more than you did. So I'd like to try and demonstrate if you're okay to join a custom game.
Yeah, do it.
Now I'm playing on ping, so I'll do my best because I'm playing from the UK.
Yeah. So one thing I wanted to ask you is, so let's say for just an example, because this actually happened to me recently in one of my games, is I was playing Gnosis, right?
Yeah.
And I had an insane advantage. Like I got 2 kills, like level 3 is Gnosis, which is really, I mean, I'm sure you know it's like pretty hard.
Yeah.
yeah, like that happens, and I'm 2-0. I have a bunch like almost perfect CS. I'm winning my lane crazy, and then I come back to lane and my I look on I click tab, and my bot laner is like unironically 3 levels below their bot laner, right?
Oh,
She comes top lane and just starts inting into my wave, just eating my whole wave up, and at that point, like I'm super fed. Like I think I had 4 kills. Like I was like 4-0 or something, or 4-1. When she came up there, and everywhere on the map except for top is just completely destroyed. Like,
yeah.
is there any way to come back from that? Like I was sitting there, I was trying to do fights, but like it's just I don't know.
There is maybe a small chance that you win, but if your teammates are genuinely trolling, like not even like, you know, like when people say, "Oh, she's inting," no, if they're like actually inting, then you probably just lose the game.
Yeah.
But you can
Like
try.
it was this game right here. It was this Kaisa was like level I think 7, and the Caitlyn was like level 9, and I
Okay.
got the 2 kills early game. And like, look, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Do you see the gold?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
I mean, it's potentially winnable. If she starts coming to your lane to take your farm, the best thing for you to do is just take the L and recall and go to her lane. Like, there's not much else you can do. But yeah, there's some people just want to make you lose games.
Okay, my Ari had less damage than the Thresh.
Okay, are you okay to pick Mundo here?
Yeah, I can pick him into. I don't know if I have him on unlocked though.
Okay.
I might not. Oh, I do.
Cool.
Okay.
Let me. My
Yeah,
runes
this
are
is
bored.
fun. I never played much Mundo. Do you think that Udyr top is like borderline trolling or no?
No. I think Udyr is good. I've played a lot of Udyr actually.
I remember when Udyr top was like actually a troll pick, and people would like every game just say it was a troll pick at like a 30% win rate, and that now it's actually like considered decent. It's kind of crazy to me.
Yeah.
They go like that full tank build with unending and all that.
Okay. So I want to try to demonstrate the stuff I was talking to about waves. I need to try and get used to this ping quickly. I have 170 right now.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a long way.
That's that UK ping right there.
I know. All my inputs have got to travel like 4,000 miles or something. I don't know how far it is. It's a long way.
So are you an avid EU is better than NA guy? Or
I don't know. I think this year NA is better than EU. I just think like G2 is good and that's it. But, like
yeah.
I think they're roughly the same. I think they have been roughly the same outside of a brief period in 2019, 2020 where EU was pretty good. Or like 2018, 2019, 2020, EU was pretty good. Aside from that, you
Yeah,
guys
I
have a
think
particularly great.
in my general experience, and I think that NA players have like the worst mental known to mankind. Like even in platinum, like it. People say it about Koreans, like they'll FF15.
Yeah.
FF15 sounds like a dream compared to what these NA players do. Like they'll straight up run it down mid, down the turret, and then proceed to jail you with their duo for like fucking 45 minutes, and you're just sitting there wanting to go next. And then, and I know because I used to be pretty toxic. I'm not gonna lie, I have a bunch of banned accounts. This is probably like my 8th account.
Okay, so you see how I'm not pushing too quick here?
Yeah.
And I'm not forcing a trade on you, but I'm looking for an opening.
Okay.
And again, I'm not pushing too quick. This is like, I'm looking to find a trade on you, but not now. So what I've done here is I've commanded push of the lane, like, and now I'm gonna walk up. Trade heavy with you.
I'm just trying to... Yeah.
And then I'm gonna wait.
What was that puddle on the ground?
That was your passive. And And now I'm going to force this wave into the turret, and I'm going to take my reset for my Dark Seal.
And if I step up, you just cook me like that.
Yeah. And then the plan is, I'm going to put you in that guaranteed losing position, right? And I didn't really do too much. I'm just going to base, buy Dark Seal, and then when you try to crash your wave, I'm going to be there with a Dark Seal on full HP. And you're chunked.
And I'm still farming.
Yeah, you're chunked. And I'm going to be there with a Dark Seal. And I'm just not going to let you crash the wave. And then, the correct thing for Mundo to do is to base and TP with full HP. And I basically won your teleport for free, right? But all I did was push the wave until level 2, like slowly, get level 2, fight on my 2 spike, and then force the wave in, recall and come back. And then it's just playing deliberately on these wave timers. And you'll get used to the pattern of it. So like now, what I would say to the Mundo player is probably base and TP, because Volibear is going to kill you if you don't. Like, you're not going to be able to crash this wave.
Yeah.
Or get your jungler to help you. And then what I'm going to do, so if you're Volibear here, you're trying to thin out the wave so that it's not overwhelming for you. You know, like when you were playing Gwen, I was saying build a huge wave.
Yep.
So now it's still pushing into me, but it's not overwhelming. And then I'm going to let the wave come down here.
Mundo does good damage, actually.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy.
So even though I'm so much stronger than you, on this wave, I'm actually letting you play. And the reason is because if I let you play this wave, the next one's even harder for you. I'll show you what I mean by that. And again, I'm thinning it just so that it's not overwhelming. But it is big. So now look where the wave is. Like, this one is even harder for you to play. And I am never gankable doing this, but you are.
Yeah, I'm super gankable here.
And now I'm just gonna, you know, constantly, like, I'm gonna be on the wave and I'm not gonna let you crash it. I'm just gonna sit here. And then you die. So it's just about where you position your wave, right? And
that's the hardest thing. Like, even when I was in plat, I understood the basics, but the whole wave control and all that, like,
the more you're consciously thinking about it, the better you'll get at it.
Yeah. So your highest was master, right?
Yeah, master the past few seasons in EU.
I can personally like guarantee you, like almost 100% that people that are like gold and under don't even care about the wave. They just right click it like, almost as fast as possible. Like,
you'll see diamond players do that.
Yeah, they don't care. They just look for kills the whole game. And that's how I used to. That's how I used to play Volibear, and I used to just get fed as fuck, and I would just run down every lane, just jump on people with the ult.
So
and Volley used to be really strong back then too. So
after I killed you, I crashed the wave, right? Which means it's pushing into me again. So again, here I'm going to let you play this wave. It feels weird from being ahead to let your opponent play the wave. But again, it's because I know that next wave it's going to be harder for you because it's going to pull it down here. And now if I fight you on this wave, I'll take your passive. That's fine. But you have to walk all the way down the lane to farm though. It's really awkward for you.
You're susceptible to ganks the entire time and everything.
And you can't really play down there, right? Whereas if I'm pushing the wave into you, you can farm under your turret, I can get ganked. It's much more comfortable for you.
What is that? Oh, you can step on that?
Okay. Let's go have a look in your replay. To be honest, I think we can just go for a third game and try and get you to really nail that stuff. And then we can do a full VOD review on that one. But does all of that make sense, like what I was doing?
Yeah, but like I know you're not supposed to do this on your thing, you didn't say it, but it'd be way easier. Like the thing is though, you can't really write it down on a piece like paper because it's kind of just like common sense in the game. But for me, it's like in the moment, I understand the basic ones like slow pushing. And when to crash, when to recall, stuff like that, I kind of understand. But it's like the more nuanced ones where you're talking about how you you don't want, like, you already have a kill advantage. You're pretty much a level ahead. Like right there, if I was you, I'd just be inting into the Mundo. So I think I'm just gonna get a free kill and snowball even harder. But
I mean,
like, I'm just
I
thinking
think
if
you would win the fight with him, regardless of where you take it. It's just like the Hecarim can come, right? And the Hecarim can kill
yeah,
you. Or if you don't manage to kill him, then the wave just goes into his turret and he gets to farm it for free. So it's just a better place for you to take the fight.
okay. So we're just queuing up again.
Yeah, let's go again. We'll try and do another Volibear one. And also, you notice how I made sure on my first wave, right? I made sure I was pushing it faster than you, but I wasn't pushing it fast. It was like a middle
So
ground.
basically, you're not trying to crash the wave, but you're trying to
I'm trying
get
to be
the
level
level 2
2
advantage.
first. Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to wait for the next wave regardless, because you got to get level 2 after the next wave. So you're not trying to crash it.
Yeah, exactly.
You're just trying.
Just trying to be a little bit ahead of you. Like, whatever the enemy does, you want to just be a bit ahead of it.
But so what happens in ranged matchups when you're just doomed to level 1? You just sit back.
So there's a couple of things you can do in range matchups. One, it depends how bad the range matchup is, right? Sometimes they're going to try and harass you, and while they're harassing you, you can hit the wave and make it so you get level 2 first. And then with your level 2, you can try and use that to crash the wave, and then you're in a pretty good spot. In other range matchups, you just have to let them push, and you can't, you know what I mean? Like, in some range...
Yeah, like against Vayne or something, or
Yeah,
Gnar.
like against Vayne, there's nothing you can do as Volibear. I do think you can contest as against Gnar. I think it's possible. But against Vayne, it's not.
Yeah, I played against Vaynes before. They don't even like hit the minions. They just sit in front of the whole wave and just hit you while you're under your tower.
Yeah. If you wouldn't mind just putting your screen share back on as well.
Oh, it's off. But, sorry.
Thank you.
Did you see that new champion coming out? That
I
thing
did.
looks
It
busted.
looks really fun, but very busted.
Oh my god. I watched the video. Some guy built like 3 vamp scepters, and she was healing for her whole HP bar.
What?
Volibear got banned.
They banned Volibear? Yeah. Okay, well, back up front time.
Let's see here. Probably just go Udyr, honestly. Oh,
Okay.
Udyr's banned.
Oh my god, they're banning
Never
all
mind.
your chumps.
Yeah, so now I'm cooked, because I may play Gragas.
Okay.
Kinda.
Yeah, you can do the same thing on Gragas.
We could do it. Gragas is a little bit different, though. He doesn't have as much, I mean, he does have a lot of sustain, I don't know.
As for, you know, you were talking about how, like, in the moment, you find it hard to, like, figure out the stuff that, like, what I was doing. You want to just fight. You'll start to notice the patterns. So, like, a lot of if you're trying to do it and you start doing it, the games play out the same way, and it's almost like when you talk to really high elo players, they know exactly how the matchup goes because they're both playing it correctly, and it's just how it should go. So, like, in that matchup, Volibear pushes those first 3 waves. Mundo has to try not to take the trade, and then by not taking the trade, Mundo can try to push the next ones and crash it.
Yeah, that's the thing about top. It seems like the game is like the lane is. I mean, not saying you can't win a losing lane, but if the other player is as good as you in skill, it's like you have to find other ways to win.
Matchup's really important in top, yeah.
Yeah, that's the reason I used to try to play jungle, but I stopped playing it after they changed the smite. I didn't like the smite changes. I thought it was pretty bad. I like the OG smite, you know, the ones with the wards and stuff.
Yep.
Like
Tracker's
the green,
knife.
red. Yeah,
Skirmisher's saber. What was the blue one called?
I don't even remember. I just remember the tank one. I don't remember what the blue one was called.
There was Cinderhulk, but Cinderhulk also had. There was another one that was just HP.
Yeah, the green one.
Yeah, Cinderhulk was the green one, but they turned it from just HP into HP plus Sunfire, I think, at some point. The blue one was Luden's, and then they reworked it into being Lichbane. It went from like I think it was called Spell something, and then it went to Runic Echoes. I think it
Yeah,
was,
and
and then
it
Ezreal was
slowed
playing
people
it.
when you smite it with the.
Before that, we had Spirit of the Ancient Golem and the Elder Lizard and the Spectral
Yeah,
Wraith.
I remember the old rune system where fucking like every game, like pretty much 99% of all the damage dealers brung the Thunderlord rune or whatever it was
Oh
called,
yeah,
like the blue one.
yeah.
Like that shit was every. And then
Keystone
every
Masters.
tank jungler would take the green one with the arms
Courage
up.
of the Colossus.
Yep.
You just get a giant
I
shield when you
like that.
CC people. I liked that system. I don't know
It
why
was
they
so much
changed it.
cooler because you could turn a character into like anything. Like you could start
Yeah.
a lane as fucking Draven with like 3% life still already
Yep.
or
Everybody had
whatever.
the
Like
1% crit red rune.
yeah, yeah. Use a crit level 1.
Ah, they were good times.
So I'm pretty sure you rush Archangels on Gragas. I don't remember. I think so.
You can, yeah. Or you can do Rod of Ages, or you can do Lichbane, or you can do Tank. He's pretty flexible. What's enemy top playing here?
It's like a
Nidalee.
Nidalee, which is quite peculiar to say the least, for sure.
Lolo Enjoyer.
You don't. I expect everything in this elo.
Yeah.
I had at least an ADC one time. It went like 0 and like 9.
I would throw what I just said to you about Volibear out the window. I would look to do that in your Volibear games. Here against the range toppers Gragas, she's probably going to get the push. So if you remember what happened to you as Mundo, where you took that trade on the second wave, you really want to avoid that trade. Like, you want to stay healthy while she's pushing into you, is the key when you're playing the other side. So that when it's time for you to push back out, you can stack the wave and then push it in. Very nice.
Interesting.
Okay,
Yeah, she's giving me the vein treatment right now.
yeah. So do you know how to like what you can do against that?
Oh man,
Obviously, you can't anymore because you already used your ward. But ideally, you would ward the bush, and then what would happen is the minions would follow her in. It just stops her doing that annoying stuff. Honestly, this isn't too bad for you though.
I mean,
I'd just try and get XP on that melee. As long as you get XP, you're happy. Okay.
I'm getting chunked though.
Yeah, you're fine though. Your chunk has sustain.
Also, I was not expecting that at all.
Okay.
It actually does a lot of damage level 1.
The problem with what you did is you lost the XP on the melee creeps. So you really needed to contest those here. But that's a very nice barrel. She took a lot of minion damage there. So what she should be doing now is recalling on this wave. Good dodge. You see how far behind you are in XP?
Yeah, it's really good.
If she doesn't recall, it's very good for you. Be careful, she has Ignite. Oh. She's griefing so hard.
Interesting.
That was nice though. Were you deliberately playing for your level 2?
Honestly, not really. I was just.
Oh, right.
I
just thought
didn't
because
really
you
see
queued
how
the wave, it looked like you were playing for the level 2, like level up.
I don't know. I don't know how she kills me there ever. Like,
if you stay level
even
1,
if she
can just auto Q you in Cougar, and I think you would die.
I TP her, right?
Yeah, you do because it's pushing away from you.
Yeah. I just want to make sure.
Nice. Now you're in a position where you can look to actually, like here, if she tries to fight you, you could just EQ on her head. This is a good timing to ward, but you could see Nocturne mid, so you didn't need to. But in concept, like warding at this point is good. Nice, good trade. With Gragas, in pretty much all matchups, you're just playing around your cooldowns. So you're backing off there when your spells are on cooldown. Very good. Bonk.
She just dies if she tries to tank this.
Yep. So like now, as when I was talking about patterns, right? This is a very winning position for you if you crash the wave. You don't even have to base, right? You can base if you want, but you don't have to. You can just crash it and it will start coming back towards you, and then she has to try and find a way. She's either going to have to recall on a wave that she can't crash, or, to be fair, she's got a
So I
lot of
just stay
sustain,
here
actually.
and
Yeah, I'd stay. And just use W here. Just because it heals you with your passive.
I just slow push this third or keep trying to
I would
crash
let
it.
her play this wave because the next wave is so much
Yeah.
harder for her.
That's what I would do.
The only thing is she's
What is
healing a
that
lot with
heal?
that E.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot
What
more
is
healing
that
than I
heal?
thought. I guess she's maxing it.
Yeah, she has to be, right?
Okay, I guess it changes when the enemy can heal 300 with a spell. Like, maybe
Yeah,
chunking them
yeah.
doesn't matter as much.
Whoa.
Jesus Christ.
Well, what? No, actually, I'm like, there's no way this is real right now. What is that heal? That
Okay,
heal is
she's out of mana.
insane.
Okay, so here I would try to thin the wave a bit so that she can't crash it. You got more mana by leveling up. God, that
Our
chat
jungler's
box
doing
annoying.
dragon right now, which is crazy. I tried to stop it.
Nice. Okay, I think she has to kind of respect you here. I just press W here. It uses so little mana, and it just keeps your passive on cooldown. Or you can just throw your Q. That pops it as well.
Yeah. I didn't know Nocturne was gonna... I wasn't
okay.
expecting that, to be honest. Otherwise, I would have kept my ult. I was thinking I was gonna kill her there.
Yeah, her healing's kind of crazy.
This is some new meta here.
Honestly.
Oh, that's not good. I just don't understand. She never ran out of mana that whole time.
Yeah, I know. I guess
mean, she
she
doesn't even
leveled
have...
up to 6 and that gave her a bit more mana, but...
She doesn't even have a mana flow, so maybe she has presence of mind, but I don't think she was even hitting me that much.
Okay. Slow pushing here is really good. It does two things, right? One, it gives us that big wave when we're trying to crash. Two, it keeps us safer for longer. And three, she's losing minions here because we're pushing slow. Like that cannon just died. That melee might die as well.
Oh, hold on. I gotta answer this.
Okay.
If I could put in my password. Hold on. I'll be right back.
Okay. Sounds like we got a bit of an emergency.
Alright, I'm back. I mean, how much did I miss? A lot?
I think like a wave.
Just gonna heal all that back, watch.
Yeah, so here I would just not let her hold this wave. Like, this is a huge wave for you, and if she wants to fight you in this wave, not gonna end well for her. I would ult her into the wave there. Well played. Yeah, if people take those fights, like when you stack the wave, right? If they decide to fight you in that wave, you just kill them. Because there's no way she can win that. Oh, hello. Good dodge.
No
Maybe
way.
phase rush.
Really?
You can probably phase rush him. Auto Q auto. E. You just needed to auto him instead of
Oh,
channeling W.
he's 4-0. I didn't even.
When you try to escape like that, you just need to get 3 hits of anything. So, like, you could have done auto Q auto. That would have given you phase rush, and you just run away from it. Still, winning position for you in lane. So I would TP in, and I would try to make it hard for her to crash it. And then if you can hold this wave for one more wave, because a wave takes 30 seconds, right? So your ult is up on the next wave. So if you can hold this for one wave, you might be able to even like ult her into tower or something when she's trying to crash it. Nice, got a little bit of poke as well. So yeah, your ult's going to come up as she's trying to crash this wave. So maybe there's a world you can ult her into tower or something of the sort. Ah, she pounced just as you did it. Unlucky.
Oh,
Damn.
he just kills me.
Apparently.
Maybe that was too greedy of me. I thought I would kill though. This guy's gonna die.
Don't think he physically has the damage to kill her.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's griefing a bit.
Oh. It's like even though I won my lane, it's still like possible. Probably gonna have a full Trinity Force after that kill.
Yeah, she might.
Yeah.
Yep. So what we need to do is, right, the reason we're crashing is to get the wave coming towards us, but if she hits it that much and makes it come towards you, you don't have to push anymore. You can just leave, because it's coming towards you now. You're happy. If she actually bounced on you there, you could just E-ult her into tower. You would not have a good time.
Well, she pathed that way. I could have saved her.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if it was worth saving her, but I did it.
Yeah, it's worth saving her for sure. Oh.
Oh. Oh, she dodged it. I don't know what's going on here. They're splitting XP. That's not really good.
Yeah, they're splitting XP, and if you, I don't know if you saw mid wave, but like Xerath lost a full wave, and now it's like slow pushing away from him, so he's losing another wave. Honestly, if he
Wait, still
stays
here.
top, it's really bad for them. As long as you don't die, if you just tried to live.
Why are they not taking tower damage? Like, what?
I guess
How?
it's because Nidalee didn't manage to hit you. Yeah, that's weird.
I have zero clue how. Somehow.
I don't think she landed a hit on you because you interrupted her pounce.
Let's take
You
a
have
TP
TP,
back.
so it's not too bad for you. Xerath already lost 2 full waves. So, you know, his
It's kind of crazy how like such a winning matchup could just turn into a losing one in like 2 seconds. So I'm
Xerath's now
just gonna
losing his
freeze it.
3rd wave.
Alright. Yeah. This is what I mean. They don't even care about waves in the CLO. They just want to
Yeah.
get kills. Like
Yeah.
I fully expected him to be there just to help kill the Akali and then just leave.
Yeah, me
I
too.
don't know why he's still stuck
That's what I
around to
thought as
dive
well.
me. It's so weird. Yeah. Not right now. I'm alright.
Now, if you remember from volley when you were ahead, your goal at this point was to take Damundo's T1 tower. So your goal here as Gragas, now that you're behind, is to try and stop her taking your T1. So what you're doing there, where you're clearing the waves with your spells, is really good. Because it's stopping her taking the tower.
Oh,
Ah, just leaves. He's dead.
he missed. Who actually got that kill there?
You can sustain back up with your passive here. And just focus on not letting her have a wave to hit the turret with. Your jungle is absolutely running it. There's nothing you can do about that. So here you can throw your Q at the wave and like let it sit. Like if you throw one and let it sit until it's full charged, and then you pop it at the last second, like hit the cannon with it, and then you're gonna get another one really quick. And now she's barely gonna get any damage on the turret at all, if any, because you're just clearing the waves before they get to. So like here, if you walk up, throw the Q, let it sit. Hopefully they walk into it. Yep. Boom. And then you can throw another Q straight away. Same thing. And if she tries to kill you on the tower, she's just going to die because it's Gragas. And this is you doing your job at this point because you're behind. So she's got a lead, but she's not doing anything with it. So this is like a win for your team. Oh, he stole it.
Karthus is like
Did
hard
he just
ending it
flash
right
into
now.
the pit to steal a herald?
Did he steal it?
He did steal it, but he killed himself for it. Okay, you got a flash.
I'll take it.
Yep.
I gotta try to push this.
Yeah, the other thing you can do is just wait until you have TP back up as well.
I don't even think we 2v1 her, but it gives me pressure to crash.
You see how you, for the past 3 minutes or so, you were behind, but you've just been farming. She's not actually pressured you much. It's because she's not letting the waves pull towards her, so she's never actually putting you in a bad position. And now I TP, just because your goal is to hold the tower.
Yeah. Can this guy leave my lane?
And if she leaves, maybe you can try and get some damage on her tower.
She recalled.
Yep, really good that she missed that cannon. No, really bad that we missed that cannon. Oh well.
Why is this guy taking all of my experience?
I don't know. Oh, she's still here. She's got no mana. I don't think she can do anything here.
Take the tower, I guess.
Yep. What the
Are you watching this right now? He just crashed in it!
What?
Wait, he's actually killing her. Wait. He actually is killing her, though. Wait, what is happening? This Karthus is 195 IQ, though. Actually. What is this elo?
What did I just watch?
Yeah, now you know my pain, man. You know the pain now. Like, these guys are still here, by the way, while I was just taking every tower for some reason.
I think I actually just sat with my mouth open, just like, what?
Did you just see him crash it into the tower that wasn't even turned on yet?
Drove straight past the turret to hit Nidalee.
This is what I'm saying. You can't make this shit up.
Alright, so your job at this point is side lane janitor. Bot lane, side lane is really pushed in, so you're gonna have to go deal with it.
That's worded. They're dead. And I got my back canceled. Just want to get my item. My brain hurts after watching what I just watched. I don't know if I make it there.
Probably not.
No. So tanky.
I know.
6-3 now. Why is my...
I have no idea. Yeah. I mean, this game, your team
This
are just
is
running it.
what I'm saying. It's like this like every game.
I mean, the first two were fine. This one is certainly something. Nice.
It's 1,000 gold.
1,000 gold. Ah, last tick killed you. Shame.
Yeah. I mean 0-4, 111, 2-5.
I mean,
This is
it's
what I'm
just the
saying.
Carthus, really. The rest of them are fine, but the Carthus is...
This is like people say that Elo Hell isn't real, and you watch this game and you see it firsthand.
Yeah, I mean, everyone gets these games. It may be as common as 1 in 3, right? That's what we got today. One of the 3 games we got this. It happens. Sometimes you can win it. If you're better than your lane opponent to the point that you're destroying them, you can win. But
Yeah.
if you're like going even isn't enough in these games. Not even close. Like even slightly winning isn't enough in these games. These are the ones where you have to really stomp to win.
Yeah, this got control of everything. For some reason, my team is AFK.
I think they stopped
Nice.
caring because of what the Carthus is doing.
Yeah. It's like these games that I'm trying my hardest and just doesn't matter. Literally lost in Italy top. That's unfortunate.
Okay, well, she's AFK.
This is the NA for ya right here. The NA experience.
I mean, maybe they could throw. Yeah, that's what you gotta hold on to. That's the copium.
Arseno is AFK. Our Kali is
Listen, AFK doesn't sound that bad given what the Carthus is doing. Like, AFK is an upgrade on that.
yeah, for real. This guy's fucking might. Wait, the 6. Wait, that's kind of the new tech, I think. I mean, look how much attack speed you get with that. The 6 dagger.
Okay.
That's kind of crazy.
The London build.
For real. But I used to do 6 rejuvenations beads for that full regen.
Nice. Remember when you could do 6 tiers? Good old days.
Oh.
Games like
Yeah.
this, the angle to look for in games like this is to just look for like it's almost like you've already lost the LP, so just look for improvement. So I'm going to show you a couple of things in lane phase that will make your life a lot easier. And then also some, I guess we can look at some Gragas specific things. Like there I saw an angle for something you could have done. Yes, you should definitely report Garthus.
Yeah, probably. Probably won't get
In
banned though.
fact, I would genuinely want you to check his match history. Like, there's something going on there. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I mean, it might just be like low levels of sentience. Like, it might just be a robot. I mean, that's like my highest theory on that.
we definitely need to see that match history.
And if it's not a robot, he might just have some like brain damage or something. But
I
that
feel
happens
like
to the best of us.
you know when scientists go like into the jungle or the rainforest or whatever and they discover new species? I feel like I've done that
Yeah,
with this Carthus and I need to like investigate it and document it, you know?
yeah, for real. Like this is newfound levels here.
I wonder how many deaths he can get.
I don't know.
I mean, he is really using the passive, to be fair. He's getting good
Yeah.
use out of that.
Yeah. Well, for some reason this game is still going on, which I'm
Yeah, I
kind of
mean,
curious as to
the
why.
thing is, eventually. Okay.
I got this stun off. Oh, I wanted to TP to the minion, man.
I respect it. The only thing you can do is practice stuff at this point in the game. So you could have like
Yeah.
tried to practice a fancy combo on him there.
Like, obviously I didn't play my lane perfect, but I felt like I did decent. I mean, it's up to you to decide that, but I feel like even though I died solo to her, I still could have won that once I got my second
Your
item.
biggest mistake was not even when you died. Your biggest mistake was level 1, and I'm going to show you like immediately how to fix it. I found that in top lane there's a lot of knowledge checks, and that's one of them. So when you play against Fiora, Darius, Nidalee, Vayne, any of these champions that do that stuff from the bush, if you don't know how to deal with that, you lost a lot of XP.
Yeah.
And that put you behind for like the whole game. Although you did outplay her on the dive, right? When she tried to dive you. But
Yeah.
realistically, that you shouldn't be needing to rely on that to happen.
Alright, just let me out.
Yeah. Respectable.
Oh, the Senna's got her full build there. Great build. Well, hey, I mean,
Okay.
that's a classic gold game right there. I think I'm
forgot.
going to honor that Karthus.
Yeah, we need to check his match history. What is this
Alright,
guy
let's
doing?
see. Oh, I demoted again. Nice. I mean, he did a lot of damage.
Well,
He actually carried.
yeah.
Let's see here. Looks like he's an auto-filled, potentially. I mean, he's winning every game. What the fuck?
What?
I think he's actually was just tilted, maybe, from his last game. Oh, this is that game.
No, wait.
So-
Go.
He's all the way up.
No. No, there's two people playing on this account. Look. His smite changes key. Like,
Oh yeah.
I think there's two
Oh, wait.
people playing on this. What's going on? There's something weird going on with this guy.
Yeah. I don't know. This is kind of peculiar here.
Like,
I mean, he entered that game where he had that smite.
yeah.
Just Karthus every fucking game. I mean, if I looked at this without watching this game, I would have said this guy was smurfing.
What the hell? That's so weird.
I think he just decided to run it on me. Damn. Yeah, so like this right here is a big contributor to the gold era. I think. And somehow that Karthus who lost like 5 waves just got fed in one. Well. That's just how the cookie crumbles in League of Legends.
Yeah. Go. That card, this is just. I don't. That guy, man. What a guy. Sleepy mid. Go.
Yep.
This replay doesn't want to load. There we go. Okay, so once I've taught you this, you will know it for the rest of the time. It's basically just how to not have this happen to you. So when you're against champs like this, who are going to do this cheese, what ends up happening here is if you watch every minion that dies and check the XP of it, and whether we get it, it's really important to get XP. It's not important to get the gold. Doesn't matter at all, but it's really important to get the XP. So here we missed 2.
How do I not die though?
Okay, I'll show you. So what you do... Why is this? I need to get the minions to actually spawn it. What are they doing? Come on. There we go. Okay, so when you go to lane, you have these 3, then you have these 3, and then you have you here. And this is where you go to lane. You have to walk in there, and then as you go in, if she comes out of the bush, you ward it. So if I imagine that you are there, right?
Yeah.
This is really good to do against Darius, Fiora, Vayne, Nidalee. Yeah, now you know for the Nidalee matchup. So you right now, instead of being here, you would be here.
Yeah, I'm in melee range and I can actually trade.
Yeah, if she hits you, you can trade and you can ward the bush so that your minions will trade on her.
Okay, I see.
And then what it will also do is, because your minions are hitting her, instead of hitting these, you don't lose these and it pushes into you because your minions aren't attacking.
Yep.
So that's just like, it's like a, once you know it, and then you can do it. Because if you end up in this position where if you end up with like wave Nidalee you, then she can just stand between you and the wave and you can never get in. So once you're here, there's not really a lot you can do about it. So you just have to try to not get here in the first place.
Yeah, that was kind of a troll. Honestly, I wasn't even expecting this because I've never played against Nidalee top.
It's a weird matchup, but now you know for next time you play against Nidalee top.
Yeah.
Here you just have to try not to take the trade, so that you are not at risk of getting dove, because she's playing Ignite. And then because of the XP you missed, normally you'd be level 2 when she's going for this dive, but you weren't able to be level 2, which means that the dive looks kind of real, but not really. Okay, now it does. Okay, she just...
Yeah, I played on my Q there so she would get slowed. That's what I was playing for.
That was good. The level 2 as well. Like, if she connected the Cougar form Q on you, then I think you can die. I think, has she got it? Yeah, she's got it up. Oh, she presses it, and then she realizes she's not going to get it, and then she just dies.
Yeah, she could have at least traded there.
Yeah.
She actually committed. But yeah. I don't know, I feel like I could have won that lane if my Karthus didn't run it down mid.
Yeah, probably. I think you could have won it. From this position, you could win it anyway.
Maybe that's why he inted, because the Nocturne took his whole jungle.
Ah.
The Nocturne just took his whole jungle. I didn't realize that, but I'm looking at it now.
One thing you can look
Maybe
to
that's
do,
why.
as Gragas specifically, like I said we'd do some Gragas specific stuff, right? You're running phase rush a lot as Gragas. So here... Oh, actually, you eat to lane, so you can't. I was going to say you could take the full trade, but never mind. But you trade, if you hit the barrel, you can W while the barrel's going, and then you can E auto them. The E hits because you slowed them, and then you just phase rush away. It's really annoying to play against. Okay. So yeah, here we've got this big wave, right? And if we push it in, it's going to bounce back into us, and then she's going to have to push it in. So normally I would say look for as big a trade as you can, but apparently Nidalee just heals 15 million, so maybe you don't do that.
I think I end up dying here because I wasn't expecting the heal.
That's right. Run.
But I would still push this wave in.
Yeah.
Here, if you need to, you can base, or you can stay. Actually, she's going to drag the wave. Yeah. Yeah, you just don't let her drag it. This is good. This is a really winning position for you if she doesn't heal 15 million health.
Maybe I should, like, look... I don't know. Maybe I should have rushed
the same thing as you.
Morello
I thought she was going to go out of mana by doing this, but it's the level ups. She leveled up and got a load of mana back.
And it's also the presence of mind she probably has.
Honestly,
I don't know if she has it or
60
not.
mana. She does have it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, at
That
this
gives
point,
her a shit ton.
at this point, she's healing a billion and it's pushing into you. I'd probably just let it push into you and then catch it under your tower. Yeah, she's just sustaining. Here, press W for your passive. If you press it on cooldown, any spell, just to get your passive going, then it comes back up quicker and you just maximize how much HP you have in lane.
Okay.
At this point, it's sort of recognizing these patterns, so knowing, oh, this wave's coming towards me, I'll just farm it under my tower.
Yeah.
That's a good trade. Okay.
Just heals it all back.
Yeah, this is still...
It kind of reminds me of...
Again, she leveled up.
How...
She's getting a lot of mana off of her level ups. I guess she has high mana per level. Like here, she's 37, right? And then she levels up and she's 100.
Yeah, Nocturne dives me here. So
Yeah. Okay, yeah, we can look at how to play this dive. I don't think you really have the mana to play it. You should probably... You have mana for E and ult, so you should probably not cast a spell and just hold E and ult. And you can probably use that.
Here.
Yeah, because now you don't have mana for E and ult, just use the Q. You just have mana for one of them. Since you only have mana for one, I think ult is fine, or you could do WE. W for the damage reduction and E for the stun. The main thing is you want them to take tower aggro before you use your spell on them.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they just kill you after. Okay, come back to lane. Slow push it. Carpus is dead, of course. Yeah, if you watch what happens to her wave while you slow push as well. Like, while she's basing, she misses this one, and she misses this one, and she misses... I wonder if we can make her miss cannon.
She also probably gets the lane pretty quick because of the jump and stuff.
Yep, and she missed the cannon, so that's great for you. And honestly, you're not too far behind.
I think I went AFK.
Oh yeah, well, I mean that does make it difficult. Anytime you have to like miss anything is really bad for you. in these games. Because the game is so snowbally. But when you come back, you have a big wave. You can look to crash it. And if she tries to hold it, you just kill her. So again, it's one of those like you notice the pattern because you're gonna be doing these things with the waves a lot. So at this point, you're thinking, okay, I'm going to crash this big wave, and if you try to stop me, I'm going to kill you. That's like the mentality.
Yep.
So here, when she's got aggro of all these minions, you can probably just ult her and kill her. Definitely here. I would just ult her back into that big wave.
Do I have ult?
You do, yeah.
Oh, I do.
I mean, you end up ulting her anyway and killing her. Good.
Oh yeah.
What I would do here, after you kill her, obviously Nocturne's gonna come, right? But here, I value the tempo so much more than the plate. So if you just base straight away and start coming back, what'll happen is this will bounce off the tower and it will get caught here, and you'll be back in time to stop it crashing, and then you can play here against her in that. It's like the position I was playing as Volibear into Mundo against you. And you can get yourself into that position. So when I killed you as Volibear, I just pushed the wave, instantly recalled, and came back really fast, and then caught the wave here.
So when do you greed for plates then? Do you just wait till like
if I've got
they're on a 30-second timer or what?
No, it's more like, yeah, if they've got a long death timer, then maybe I'll take plates. Or if the minions have already, like, let's say this plate was here, then I might take it because it's like, you know, it's only going to take a hit or two. But hitting this tower here doesn't really accomplish anything. Like, you might be able to get the plate, but it's going to take so long that then you're going to need to push the next wave as well. Right, little mechanical thing here. You can definitely get away from this. So here, if you just auto him when your Q comes up, you'll just phase rush away.
I think I cancelled my auto and then
you press W. So now she's going to be able to crash this way. Actually, we've got TP. So we're basically in the same position. Okay, so the goal here is to not let her crash waves and take good trades onto her, and then ult her into tower if she gets low enough. She's very tanky, isn't she?
Yeah. I feel like that mana item first is like really low damage, but obviously you could just spam your spells.
Yeah.
I died here. I thought she was gonna walk up, so that's why I ulted. But she walked backwards, so kinda... Otherwise she would've went into my tower, and the Karthus died.
So, what you're doing here is the right thing to do on Gragas. You're looking for poke until she's low enough for you to all in. Which is correct. It's just she's not all in. She's not low enough for you to all in yet. Like, if that killed... like, if you could pop that and kill her before the heal went off, but it wasn't enough damage. So you just needed, like, one more rotation of spells before you go for the all-in. Just ignore this creature. It's not worth looking.
Could have at least pushed my wave in.
I know. Okay, and now you're kind of in a similar position to the first game where you're very far behind, and you're basically looking to farm until your first item completion. Big part of that is low CS numbers compared to her, because kill-wise she's only got one up on you. But yeah, you do want to be full item versus full item.
It probably would have been like near even if Karthus didn't die.
Yep. Yeah, the biggest thing I think is figuring out what to do with your waves, and then especially when you're playing champs like your Volibear, you can really force kills. But even on Gragas, you can against champs that aren't as weird as Nidalee.
I've had games where I was like 2 kills behind and I still like 1v1 them just in the minion wave as well, bro.
Yeah, he's
Champion
really
is
strong.
insane. What's your main, by the way, when you play top?
I don't really
Like,
have
what's
one
like?
anymore. I've had a few. At the main, I haven't really found a champ to main. It depends on like the season and what I feel like playing, and like I've made Riven, Gangplank, Nasus, Cassante. I've made a lot of things over the years.
Yeah. Man, you should get back on Riven. Then that champ's busted right now.
I think she's okay.
They buffed her Q crazy, didn't they? They
Yeah,
gave it
they buffed
damage
the
on
Q,
every
but
like Q.
she was really weak before, so I think she's just okay now.
Oh.
Like the new items are really bad for her. They all give like lots of health and no AD for some reason.
Yeah.
So she was just struggling to deal damage to people. I think Ambessa is just going to be a better version of Riven. Okay, so before I forget, the good thing is, from watching your play, like mechanically, you look fine. Like I don't see any problems for the rank you're in and the rank you're trying to get to next, and also mechanically you'll naturally improve. I would focus on trying to figure out what we're doing with these waves in lane, and then out of lane trying to focus on. I wanna jump into the other replay, the volleyball one. And we can, in this one as well, we can look at where you could have done stuff with those waves. Like what we showed in the custom. But yeah, then in the mid to late game, looking at how to create numbers advantages through side laning, and then how to use that. Because you can kind of put the enemy in a lose-lose position by doing that. And you just keep doing it until they eventually lose the game. Once you get ahead, it's very easy to win a game from ahead. It's pretty hard to win one from behind. So that's why I think these first 4 waves are really important. So
That's why I wish I put all my time into like mid lane, because then I feel like you could carry harder. I feel like top lane's like the worst role to play if you want to rank up. Pretty much.
Maybe. I think you just have to play a lot of games. So yeah. I think the only thing here is that you push too fast. I don't. Did you find your level 2 trade? I think maybe not. Let's have a look.
Sure.
Okay, so your level up timer is this minion here as it walks in on the second wave. So what I like to see people do is okay, it's going to be this one. This one's dying first, right? So you killed this minion and you clicked here, like back. But I'd actually like it if you clicked forward, and then you can kill this minion, and click forward again, and stand here. And you know like what Nidalee was doing to you at level 1?
Yeah.
You kind of do that to him, because you're level 2 and he's level 1. So he can never walk in. The only problem here is that we pushed too fast, so now he just gets to farm this under tower. But now what you can do is, you can go in this position. Right, he's gonna farm this, and here's where you can say, okay, you know, because if you fight him now, you're just gonna push the wave into his tower, and he's gonna farm on the tower again. This is where you can say, okay, I'll let him play this wave because next wave is gonna be so much harder for him. So just keep your farm up, level up, because otherwise you're just gonna give him another wave. But this is fine too. You get Dark Seal. Come back to lane. Okay. And then get level 4. Just hit the wave until you're level 4. Also, in this matchup, this is like a matchup specific thing, right? If you want to learn more about matchups, I would find a high elo player that plays a lot of your champion and watch them play it. So for Volibear, I'd probably suggest Whippo.
Okay.
I don't know of anyone else who plays a lot of volley top, but I know Whippo does. When you go for, when you went for that little W poke,
Yeah.
I would just Q him as well. Because his passive is a really long cooldown. You see here, 51 seconds. So you can just Q it off now, and then when the wave comes up here and you're looking for your all-in, it's already going to be down. I mean, you do here. But here, I would not hit this wave anymore. Let this, now that you've got his passive and you've chunked him out a bit, let this come up here. And then fight him, and he's got to go all the way down here. So this is another case of, I'll let him play these 3 minions, because this next wave is going to be so much harder for him.
I think I tunnel vision.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I want the CS.
Yep.
And instead of thinking of the maximum, like when I listen to you talk about the waves, you're always trying to figure out like how to make it as fucked up for them as possible, like as worse for them as possible.
Yeah, I want to put him in a bad situation.
Yeah.
And then the other benefit is, like I said before, if you're playing the wave up here, this Hecarim can never gank. Because, like, 1v1, you dominated this guy the whole game. The only time he got anything done on you was when Hecarim ganked you. So if you're playing the wave in a position where it's really hard for him to get his farm and the enemy jungle can't gank you, it's kind of doomed. And then it's just, you're pushing when you want to get your recalls, right? Or if you want to roam or something. Like, let's say your jungler's doing grubs, then you might push instead of having it here.
Yep.
So it's taking a little while for this wave to come up. Just because you hit it a lot earlier. But it is coming, slowly but surely.
You gotta tactically misfarm. No,
you just last hit instead of, like, here where you're hitting the wave, you just last hit them instead.
Yeah.
Because again, we've kind of pushed the wave a lot here. Yeah, and now it's gone. Now it's neutral again. If you just hit a little less, it would have come up here, and you would have had it in that really nice spot. And also, what you'll find is that there's, like, a flow, right? So, you do this early game thing, where you get level 2, you try and trade on him, and then you push in on the 3rd wave, and you reset, and you get Dark Seal. And then you come back, and because you pushed the wave in, it's bouncing off the turret into you, and it comes here, so you can play. And then you try and kill him off of this play here, and stop his reset, and then when you kill him, you push the wave, and it goes into his turret, and you recall. And then it bounces off the turret, and it comes into you, and it goes here again, and then you kill him, and then you push it in, and then it goes on his turret. And you know what I mean? It leads into
it's impossible from the...
Yeah, it keeps leading into itself. It's like a cycle. It sets itself up really nicely.
So do you think I should just like default wave management, like just default always slow push, pretty much? That's what I usually do.
I would say if the wave is pushing, you're probably going to slow push. The only time you would fast push is if he resets, and you can fast push to deny him the wave under the tower. Or if you like need to push to go and join a grubs play or something.
Yeah.
Like you can react to something by pushing and then moving. But generally, yeah, slow push because it denies more minions and it builds a bigger wave, which gives you a better reset and makes it more likely that you can come back in time and stop their crap. And if you think about, I'm going to fight you when you try to crash your wave, you'll find yourself getting a lot of kills. And if you let them get to a position where they need to crash their wave, otherwise you'll just freeze on them forever, then you'll start finding these kills, and people will find it very, very difficult. The other thing you can do is, specifically as Volibear, let's say you get the chunk on him, and while you're slow pushing, right? So here you've got a chunk on him while you're slow pushing. You can look for a dive as Volibear, because you've got your Volibear dive thing, where you would just, like, you know, this guy's here, and he's like this, and he's on this health. You just walk up and you W him, and then you walk out, and then you've still got your mark on him, and then you just walk up, and you do your little QE auto W R or whatever, and he just he's dead. Or you can QER auto W. I don't know. I don't actually play that much volleyball. I don't know exactly what the best order of doing the spells is, but I just know that sometimes you get dove by that, and it sucks.
If you get far enough ahead, you can, like, not too far. Like if you're like a level above, you can put your E down at the front of the tower, like right here.
Yeah.
And then W them, and then take a turret shot and take 0 damage, and then just do that infinitely under their tower, and they can never, even if they trade with you, the shield is so big, especially if you put like 3 points into your E and do that, they can't, like, it's really broken, but that only happens when you're really ahead.
Yeah, so I was just going to say that once you're really ahead, let's say you've killed them doing this thing like a couple of times, then do you remember when Kale was really ahead and she was just punishing you under your tower? How oppressive that felt? If you can get to a stage where you can do that, then I would say start pushing waves and punishing them like that. Because then even if you don't kill them, you're getting plates as well, which is incremental gold to you. But yeah, see how you feel practicing these things. Once we get into mid-game, like I said, once you get to like 14 minutes here, try to make this your objective, this tower, because then that lets us push deep, and once we push deep, we have the option to move like anywhere. Like, it's kind of like what I said in the game. Once you've got the wave pushed in, then you can play more like a jungler. You can go here, you can go here, you can go here, wherever, because while that's doing that, the tower's just killing minions, and then it's going to slowly build you a big wave, and by the time you come back here, you've got a giant wave to farm. It's really efficient for you to do that. But to be able to do that, you have to take this turret. So anytime you can kill him, like at this point in the game, if you get a solo kill, I would look to try and get the turret off of it. And then here I remember, like, you probably could have stayed here and played the dragon and then TP'd up. But yeah, you don't always have to TP to dragon. Sometimes you can walk to dragon and TP back like you did here. And just trying to get dragons is a very, very good way to win games. How did you end up killing this guy to get the tower? I don't even remember.
I'm not sure. I think I probably tower dived. Oh no, that was last game. I was thinking about that time that Karthus came top of the Rift Herald and hit the invincible tower. I think I just chunked him and then maybe tower dived him. No, I don't know. I went to help my Lilia.
Yep. So, if your jungle's doing something like this in topside, then you can just fast push this wave and be there with her. Like, in these cases, fast pushing is good, because it just allows you to be here, while Mundo has to farm under his tower. It's not good for your 1v1, but it's good for what your jungle's doing, and that's important too.
Okay. He entered right there.
Ah, yeah, you don't kill him, do you? You just push him all the way out of lane, and then you get his tower.
Yeah.
Okay, so from this point, you get your... There's kind of like... It's like a 3-step plan, right? Step 1 is your get ahead in lane, where you're trying to play your waves in a way that gets you solo kills, or at the very least gets you a farm advantage. And then once you get to about 14 minutes, you move into step 2, which is to get this. And then once you've got that, you move into step 3, which is to start pushing waves deep. And then you go into this sort of mentality of, if nobody responds, I will take your turret. If somebody responds, I will go here. And then because somebody responded, that means there is someone on the enemy team here, which means there's somebody on the enemy team not here, and then we can play a 5v4 mid while they're on this turret. So you just... Like I said, it's creating numbers advantages on repeat. And if you can get vision of the ways that they might be able to kill you, so if you can get wards here, so that you can see around here, this one's good as well, because you see them come into this area and this area. You just want to keep yourself safe while you're doing it so that you know whether they're responding to it or not, so you know whether to back off or not.
Yeah.
Last thing I would say is that there were a couple of times where you were doing this in the side lane. I'm probably not going to be able to find it. I think I literally just clicked onto it. What are the odds of that? So here, this is exactly what I was looking for, by the way. Here you teleported onto the wave instead of just walking. So if you just walk, these minions here, they're so much stronger than these that they're just going to absolutely obliterate it, and none of these are even going to die. And then this is going to come here, and then by the time you'd be 8 seconds because you channeled TP for 8 seconds. So instead of being here, you'd probably be like here. So you're only this far behind your wave. So you won't actually miss any minions by walking, and then you save your teleport. And what that lets you do is play around Baron with teleport.
Yeah.
So I'd basically never TP to the side lane from base. I would just walk.
Okay.
And while you're doing this, 2 things you can look for while you're doing this. One you were already doing, which is great. You can just come in here and take their camps. Really, really good if you're ever strong enough to push the side lane in and take the enemy jungle's camps and look to roam into mid, like, you're doing a really good job and you'll probably win that game. Teleport, save this for objectives. So a lot of the time, like, TP syncs up quite nicely with Dragon, right? You can see this is 300-second cooldown. Dragons spawn every 5 minutes. If you TP to a dragon, you're going to have your TP for the next dragon. So yeah, it's pretty nice. At this point in the game, obviously in lane phase, you use it for nice resets and stuff, but at this point I would normally save it for objectives.
Yeah. That makes a lot more sense.
Anything else you want to go over? Because I think you have a lot of things to be thinking about moving forward and practicing.
Yeah.
The main thing would be
just
getting a feel for how these waves are and noticing the patterns as to what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's just like I feel like I just need to get out of the gold elo.
Yeah.
I feel like the mental is just weak right now in there, but if I could just power through, get to plat, I think I'd do a lot better. But yeah, I mean, I learned a lot for sure. Like the wave stuff, mainly. Like, that was the biggest thing, was the wave stuff. I always have troubles with. Like, even if I'm ahead, like I don't know how to push the wave correctly, and like if I just what I usually do is I just hard push it, recall, and then even though I hard pushed it, I'll come back and my wave's still under my tower crashed. So now I see like how to actually do that right. To actually push to 3. I usually never did 3. I used to do 2. So
Okay.
that was really useful.
I haven't watched it yet, but somebody that I actually think this might be really helpful for you. Am I still sharing my screen?
Yeah.
Somebody that I rate quite highly, Coach Chippies. This is really relevant for you, actually. He put out... Was it Chippies? Oh god, maybe it was a different YouTuber. Imagine. No, yeah, here we go. 3-wave crash guide. So he made a 30-minute video all about the 3-wave crash at the start of lane.
Yeah.
So I think actually specifically for you, okay, I saw it pop up on my homepage a couple of days ago. I think this might be a really good video for you. I haven't seen it. I started watching it and just didn't finish it. But possibly it's really good for you. So maybe give that a watch. And I'm just writing some notes in DMs just so that you've got like a reminder of what to think about.
Yeah, that would really help. I do good with like notes and stuff and remembering better. I appreciate it.
No problem. Let me just type these out for you. I'll put this on my main screen as well, so you can see me type them in the recording camera. We've got 14 min, play for T1 tower, to open the map, and then mid-late, push sides deep, and then I'll put as number 4. With sides pushed, if they don't respond, you can take tower. If they do, you can make numbers advantage elsewhere. Number 5, try to save TP for objective plays. Try to push side before you TP.
Ban Karthus?
Yeah, ban his account.
Okay. I'll hit up my sponsors over there. Get it taken care of.
Well, I think these were the main things we covered, unless I'm forgetting something. Number 6, try to notice patterns in what the minion wave is doing, so that you can plan ahead. So you'll start to notice when... Oh, and then number 7, I'm just going to put as a little addition, a quote. I'll let him play this wave, because next wave is going to be so much harder. And that's just to get it, get it so that you're allowing the wave to come to you, so that you can fight him.
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions or anything you want to talk about?
I think that's it, man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
It was good.
Try to play a lot of games thinking about these things.
Okay.
Even if you want to play normal, so that you're not like risking LP. If you some people feel that way, some people don't care.
Yeah, fuck a normal, bro. I got work and shit. I gotta just if I want to play this game, it's gonna be a ranked game, you know.
Yep. But yeah, see if you can find those kill angles where people are like, I want to crash this wave so I can reset, but you've set it up in a way that you're playing around them trying to crash the wave and reset.
Yep.
And try and snowball it from there with your game plan. And let me know how it goes.
All right, man. I'll keep in touch.
Yeah, please do.
I really appreciate it.
No
You have a good
problem.
night.
You too. See
Yeah,
you later.
that's it.
Bye-bye.
Bye.